Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Adafruit Show and Tell. I'm Liz. I'm going to be your host this evening. If you would like to join the stream and share what you've been working on, you can find a link in the live broadcast chat over in our Discord server, and that's at adafruit.it/Discord. First, so we're going to kick things off by hearing from our friend Jay. How's it
Hey,
going?
pretty good. I can't complain. Been
Good.
working on something big on this area.
Yeah.
Probably one of the biggest robots I built today. Let me switch over my camera if I can. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, pretty good.
Let me switch over my camera really quickly to show you.
There
So
we go.
this big guy is LugNut, and this is my
Wow.
newest, craziest built robot. It's supposed to be like a junk bot, but it's pretty much a walking toolbox. I'm using the Adafruit prop maker to make all the lights and sounds, but
Nice.
then down here is all Arduino and servo based, and it's programmed to look cute and also walk around.
Wow.
Yeah, if you want to see video of this, there's like video of it on Twitter and also my Instagram. I just made a video about it, but I can't have it on my desk right now because my desk has a lot of stuff, and this thing will just push everything over
Yeah.
out of the way. But it has walking motions that it repeats over and over again, and then it's really cute design. And I can also plop this open, and then you can put stuff in here.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's been a fun build. It's been like one of the biggest and longest builds I think I've done in a while, and it's so character based. I like painted it. I have this little walkie-talkie here that actually works too. It's actually a functional walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I like how it looks like you did some like fatiguing on the legs too. So it looks
Yeah, I did some
important.
dry brush painting. I learned from Adam a while back from one of his videos.
Nice.
And it came out pretty good. Like it's been a while since I've actually made a robot that's just fully like story driven in the
Yeah,
design, and this is definitely that type of thing I decided to do.
it's very impressive. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it was a labor of love, but now it's just kind of a pain because it's so big that when I
Yeah,
turn it on, it just knocks over everything. And since there's no like other sensors to make it stop, I've been having issues with it just destroying my desk.
gotcha. Yeah,
So that's why it's on its stand now. It's not allowed to touch the desk anymore after the laptop situation.
well, that's a special like seat of honor.
Yeah, like especially Sea of Honor, away from all of the delicate components.
Fair. Yeah. Now, are you going to be writing this one up, or was this more of just like a for fun build?
This is more like a fun build. There's not much to write up about this one because it's just extremely complicated, and I kind of just went on the whim. Like I wasn't really thinking when I was doing it. It just kind of happened. I got into the flow. But it will be a whole bunch more fun stuff with it. I plan to do some fun skits and little like character based driven things about it. May use it to deliver my components for videos and things like
Love
that.
it.
But
Yeah.
it has a lot of utility in the future.
Very cool. And where can folks see these posts? Are you on Instagram?
I am on Instagram and odd-j with two eyes, and also on Twitter, and also TikTok, and also Blue Sky, and also Mastodon.
Excellent.
So if there's a social media platform, there's a good chance I'm there.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Jay. It's always great to see what you're working on.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Have a good one. Now we're going to hear from some Adafruit folks, starting off with Maker Melissa. Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. So I've been working. Do you want to show my other thing? Yeah. So I've been working on this little Minesweeper thing for the Metro 20 RP 2350
Nice.
here, and so I already have a guide out, and so I'm just I made it. Just okay. There we go. So you can flag stuff, or if you're not sure about it, you can turn it to a question mark, or go back to that.
Very cool.
You can select different difficulties from a little pull-down menu here. You can define your own. I made reset its own little thing so you don't accidentally just click it while you're playing.
Nice. Yeah.
And so then it'll just show you your timer here and your mines here, and it's fairly straightforward with that. And
That's super cool.
I'll go ahead and post a link to the guide in the description. But yeah.
That's great. And this was code in CircuitPython, right?
It was, yes.
Very impressive. So, and running on the Metro RP2350, and the mouse is on USB?
Yes.
Nice. Cool. Well, thank you, Melissa, for working on this and sharing it in a guide.
Thanks.
Okay. Have a good one.
Thanks.
All right, now we're going to hear from Brent. Hey, Brent, how are you?
Doing all right. If you could share my screen.
Yes.
Yeah, so we've been working the past few weeks on the Adafruit IO team on this like new version of Actions, which uses these like little block-based triggers to create things. And we were looking at like the character LCDs, and we're like, we do I2C like input, but we don't do I2C output. And it'd be really cool if we could do these really simple projects where you don't have to program and you just click to create components,
Yeah.
and then you say, okay, get data, and then you set like the variable on a feed to that data. So like you can do that relatively soon. So like the last 2 weeks I've been working on this, and we're roughing it into Proto-MQ, which is like our like this is how I test everything for before we bring it into Adafruit IO. So like we have the character LCD here, so we can create a new one and initializes it, and then it writes it out. So like that data that it's writing out within this message will eventually be from like a feed on Adafruit IO, like behind the scenes. So you can start doing these like kind of advanced projects with no programming whatsoever, like all from blocks.
That's great.
Yeah, and we'll have some, maybe you'll do a project, we'll have some like really neat projects with this soon where you can like do like I want to do a greenhouse monitoring thing. We just set up a greenhouse in the backyard. So I want like to actually see the data, but not just go on my phone to get the data.
Yeah, that's super cool. And I like so many times like you just want to have like data and have it on a screen. So it's great that you can do that now with blocks.
Yeah, the goal is to get it like literally like maybe 2 more blocks, but like this easy where you're just dragging and dropping.
Yeah,
hitting
totally.
the run button.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, that's all I have to show.
Very cool. Thanks, Brent. Always great to see what you're working on. All right, now we're going to hear from John Park.
Hey, Liz. Hey, so I can't remember how much I've mentioned about this project, but I have a friend who's a drag artist, and they asked me about doing synchronized LEDs inside of some really tall, clear platform shoes. And so I've been diving into some WLED running on our little Sparkle Motion Minis. And if you can show the screen here, you'll see I have a couple of, these are 2 identical, almost identical separate units that are running WLED with the little onboard microphone that's built onto the Sparkle Motion. It's pretty easy to set up. Erin has a fantastic guide on doing WLED setup on the Sparkle Motion. I basically followed that. Yeah. And what is cool, I think, is that I've got a prototype here. In fact, let me turn off my AC because that's background noise. If we're quiet, you can see that it's definitely sound reactive. It's not just, you know, making blinking lights on its own. And they're really nicely synced because they're both running separate microphones. This one is encased in a little Pelican case because I just wanted to test the concept of if it's inside of this acrylic shoe, will that work? And it seems like it's got good enough response. These also have, I can't remember with this color pattern, but if you look here on the phone, I've got the WLED software up. I'm going to switch over to this color pattern. What you'll notice is they both changed, but I'm only talking to this one, and that's because I have this one acting sort of as a server to this one.
Okay, so, very cool.
While they're both doing their own mic stuff, because that seems to work better, especially when these are separate, if you want to like have one bang, hit something. But as far as your controls, you only have to talk to one if they're running through playlists. This one will run through the playlists, but tell that one what to do, which I think is really cool. And these are also doing some pretty nice frequency analysis. You'll notice some green showing up. So at a high pitch, it's going green. At a lower pitch, it's starting to go blue.
That's a nice, painless way to do FFT.
Yes. It's literally finding some settings. You have a few that you can tune there. You can tune some of the thresholds and things like that. But I'm really excited about it. I've got this one running off of a little battery bank. I like these little $15 battery banks. Actually, Todd Kurt turned me on to these. And they have USB-C, micro B, and A all on there. So they're kind of foolproof. And I calculated this one should get about 15 hours of use in this mode. So And this battery doesn't turn itself off, which is nice. So it seems like that'll be a decent solution. So I'm gonna show this to my friend, and if they can find the size 13 pleasure treasure shoes, then they're more in business, because there'll be a lot of space to fit this in there. Yeah,
that's perfect. Wow.
And if anyone followed along last week on my workshop show, I got almost to the point where they would sync and could not get them to sync. And then I said goodbye and found the one button I'd forgotten to hit. So I'll probably show that.
That's always the way.
Yeah, that's right. We'll dive into this a little bit more tomorrow. So
excellent. All right. Looking forward to seeing this build come together.
Right on. Thanks so much, Liz.
No problem. Have a good one. All right. And speaking of LEDs, we have Erin. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. Those are fantastic, JP. I'm Marie Kondoing my house, and I just got rid of a pair of those shoes. They weren't size 11s, but now I was like, I should have hung on to those. Like, I bet you it'll be interesting when you take steps to see if they work.
Yeah, I was thinking that too at the 2 mics. Yeah.
All right. Well, I have a really cool new project this week, which is this amazing bench that I'm sitting on. It is a plywood bench. It's made from one full sheet of plywood, and it's using a system called Plyatech, which has been designed by a friend of mine who wanted furniture for Burning Man, but didn't want to have to bring a moving truck for like a living room set. So this actually comes apart and packs flat. There's no hardware needed. It just sort of slots together. And then I'm using WLED and edge lit acrylic back here. So I have some different animations that I can run. Again, the WLED interface, super easy. I've got playlists that I can set up, and I've got one for blue morphos and one for painted lady butterflies, and then one for monarchs, so I can set it up to look like all the different kind of butterflies out there.
Well, very cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then the bench itself, I'll just do a little bit of a walk around here. I got it just turned out really lovely. Like I used Midjourney AI to help me with the design. I just typed in a prompt that said something like, butterfly bench with glowing LED acrylic, and wanted to see what it came up with. And I just absolutely love this design, the black and orange. I didn't copy it exactly. I ended up really making it my own, but got a lot of inspiration from there, which was very cool.
Very cool.
So, I brought it to a festival this weekend, and it was just very well received. It's a great selfie spot too, because it looks like I'm wearing butterfly wings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I like how it's positioned so it looks like the person sitting in it has the wings. That's great.
It's great. So I just launched a tutorial today. So if you're interested, check it out. We used a cool little handheld CNC router to cut the outside off, which I didn't know existed before this. So
is it the Shaper Origin?
Yeah, that's what it is. I'd never seen it before.
Cool. Yeah.
It worked out. So
awesome. Yeah, it looks great. And always love seeing your blinky, beautiful LED builds.
All right. Thanks so much.
All right. Have a good one. All right. And now it looks like we're going to have Sophie play us out. Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, I just have 2 quick things. I'm working on a new sort of a spacesuit for another short film project. Nice. And so I'm kind of working out the helmet part of it, which is going to be more of a soft helmet, kind of like on the Russian suits.
Oh,
the Soyuz suits. It's soft, around here, and then the visor flips over, so it's like this flip top thing. So I got a little
cute
prototype.
Yeah.
And I just got it to the part where it folds back and opens, so
nice.
It'll do something like that.
That's great.
So yeah, that's just fabric and tape and wire. So that's what I'm doing.
When you're translating that then to the larger helmet, how do these small prototypes kind of evolve?
Well, I kind of did exactly the same process that I do when I work at full size.
Okay.
Just tiny. So I actually have tiny little pattern pieces.
Oh.
I ended up with these tiny little pattern pieces, and I could just take these and literally just scale them up.
Oh, very cool.
And they would all fit together,
Yeah.
So usually I don't work this small when I'm working on a pattern. It's kind of fiddly to actually work this small.
Yeah.
But it's easier for me to just kind of whip out some stuff with the wire at this scale. So I'll probably do a lot of refining on the fabric stuff later on at scale. But yeah, I think I could actually just scale this up. I have an actual half size dress form that really is like exactly half dimension of like a size 6 dress form, and that translates perfectly if you just scale up by 50%, which is kind of neat.
That's very cool. Yeah.
And then the other thing is I just wanted to mention that I'm starting a blog. I know it's 2025, but I'm just a little bit retro like that.
It's the perfect year for it, really.
I feel like it is. I think I'm just like kind of tired of social media and like being sort of bossed around by algorithms. So I've just decided to write everything in one place, and that's on my website. So just wanted to let people know. It's sophieluong.com/studio notes. Actually, I could try to bring it up.
Okay, yeah. And you can also make sure to put the link in the live broadcast chat too.
Oh yeah, definitely. I will drop it in there. So yeah, it's here.
Okay. There we go. Yeah.
So it's that. And
folks can subscribe.
Yeah, so you can subscribe and then you'll just get it sent to your email when I get that all set up. But I have just 3 articles for now.
That's great.
And yeah, it is just going to be like tips and tricks, updates, project things, and sort of experimental. So I'll just see how it evolves.
That's awesome. Love it. And I've read your first 2. I haven't had a chance to read the 3rd one, but definitely check out that trip to Japan blog. It was wonderful with all the art you got to see.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thanks for checking it out. And yeah.
No problem. All right. Thanks, Sophie. Great to see what you're working on.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. All right. What a fantastic show and tell. In about 13 minutes from now, Ask an Engineer will be live right here with Lady Ada and Mr. Lady Ada. So go grab a snack and then stay tuned for Ask an Engineer. Thanks, folks.